Welcome to the mid-season special, where we get to see all the stats and records of these teams. Now, real quick, the Walleyes are up 8-1, and we're 7-2. It's back and forth. Both teams have an amazing offense. Sailors and Guardians are fighting back and forth in their division, 8-1 and 7-2. And Kyle Weeman for the Guardians looks to be amazing, whereas Tempest looks to be like he's losing a step. And then the Redcoats are 7-2 and destroying their division. They have one of the easiest divisions in the league, but they look like a real team this year. The Metal are up against the Firebirds, which is kind of weird. The Metal is one of the best teams in the league, but the Firebirds are just being disappointing. If you look at the Stallions, who have one of the best offenses in the league, and the Bullheads, who have one of the best offenses in the league, are also not doing as well as they should. If you look here as well, the Cavalry are sucking as well in their division, and somehow the Condors are leading their division as well with a 6-3 record, which they're one of the worst teams in the league. So I have no clue how that's going on. But overall, this league has been crazy, especially with the Dragons, who have always been a really good team, who can always make the playoffs, who can almost always make a championship run, are 3-6. They are doing absolutely horrible. I don't know exactly what's going on, but they need to do something with this Dragons team, because the past years have been filled with so much disappointment. But yeah, so far this year has been crazy. Now the Cavalry are leading the league in offense. They have the best offense, right ahead of the Wolves. Sorry, not the Wolves, but the Bullheads as well, and then the Wolves are the third. Now, one of the worst offenses in the league are the Hogs, which is weird because just a couple of years ago they had a very good, patient offense, and it's just insane to see how these offensive teams are starting to take the league by storm and be very exciting to watch. Especially because you have the Cavalry. Like last year, the Cavalry won the championship against the Guardians, and they look to be great. Except for their record, the Cavalry, who started out as the #1 team in the league, have fallen dramatically. Now, the worst passing offense in the league goes to the Revenge, who have DJ Parker, I believe, who they got in free agency. He was with the Hogs, I think, or that actually might be reversed. Yeah, that's reversed. But in any case, the Revenge have not been doing well. And then the worst running game in the league is the Hogs, which is weird because they have our former starting running back, Brady Vaughn, starting, who's changed up his game dramatically. He was a big, pounding, workhorse, power back, and now he's more of a receiving back out of the backfield. So it's very interesting that he's using his veteran knowledge to become a better, different player. Now, one of the best rushing, actually the best rushing team probably in the league is our Wolves, with Chris Young, almost the franchise, almost getting close to 1,000 yards already rushing, with Mike Clark and McWilliams. This three-headed rushing attack is insane. Plus the fact is that we can pass a lot too when we need to. So overall, this offense is very, very great. The only issue is we had to sacrifice on defense to make this offense great. And is it worth it? Since our rushing defense isn't the same as it used to be, it's still really good, but it's not the best. Our passing defense is good, but we don't have Clay Gruen to shut down a whole entire side of the field. So Marion Ray has to step up at strong safety, which so far he is. The Cavalry, if you see here, are the best in third down percentage. So if they're on a roll, it's scary. With Connor Grimm, who won the championship game last year, it's insane. It's honestly insane. And if you look, the Red Hogs, or not the Red Hogs, but the Hogs are just not doing well. Just in general, in every facet of the game. Offense, defense, red zone percentage, third down conversion percentage. just not doing well. You just see here, the teams are just not great. That aren't great. But then some of the best teams in the league are weirdly just in the middle. Like the Stallions have the best quarterback in the league, Patrick Anderson, but yet they barely have a winning record. I think they're winning their division, but just barely, just because the Bullheads are there. And, like, if you have one of the best offenses in the league, and the Stallions have a solid D-line. Like, they have a solid D-line. So I don't understand how they can't get anything right here. I also want to discuss here, as a slight update video as well, that if you didn't see my podcast or anything, or if you're new to the channel, since I'm getting more subscribers now, I'm up to 40 subscribers, so thank you guys for subscribing. I want to get to 50 subscribers by the end of the year, so I want to see if I can make that happen. As well, though, if you haven't noticed, Legend League is still postponed for the fact I like doing these games live, and just with my current situation, I cannot do live gameplay right now, but in the future, I definitely will be able to. Sooner rather than later, probably, hopefully by the end of the year, I'll be doing a Madden 25 2020 rebuild franchise. Someone's making a Madden 20 roster who watches my channel, and he's currently making a Madden 25 roster, or I should say a Madden 20 roster for Madden 25, and I really like playing Madden 25 on my days I'm not playing this, so we will be playing that on the channel, hopefully by the end of the year, but I'm not very sure. It's just when he gets it done. Now, Chris Young is having a good season. It's not like his MVP season last year, but he's 17 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. He's, I believe, leading my team in rushing. Behind him is Mike Clark. Receiving here, Clintrix King is leading the team with 51 receptions, Ingram with 39, Trout with 18, and Teddy Moon with 14. Touchdowns go to Ingram, though. Ingram just flies down the field. Now, Denny Parr is leading the team in tackles. He has 1 sack and 5 pass defenses. He's one of the best zone coverage linebackers in the league. He's a little bit on the slower side, but what he lacks in speed is his play rec is amazing. Now, Marion Ray has 8 picks already. 8. They keep throwing it to his side, people keep tipping the ball, and he catches it and runs with it back. Zempel is up there in interceptions too. He's been pretty good. And Gavin has 8 sacks on the year. 8. And Tolliver, who's replacing Bustamante, has 5 sacks, which is insane because Bustamante was an amazing pass rusher in his day who became a run stuffer, but he did not have that. Now, if you look at all the teams, Bryce O'Connell's leading the league in rating. Yards is led by Connor Grimm, which Young's only down by a few hundred yards. Now, if you look at touchdowns, Frills and Terrence Thomas, weirdly, are leading the league in passing touchdowns, which is absolutely bonkers. Sacks goes to Young, Chris Young's not doing well sack-wise. But yeah, so, and then Kyle Weedman has had one of the best seasons of his career for the Guardians. If you look at the worst, Parker's there for the Revenge, and then Tank is there for the Hogs. Tanka may actually retire by the end of this year. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with that and who's going to go there. Even Woods isn't even doing that great for the Condors, but somehow the Condors are leading their division. So this league is rapidly changing to a lot more scrambling quarterbacks. People like Chris Young, you know? It's insane. If you look at rushing, Joseph Jacquise for the Giants is leading the league in rushing with over 1,000 yards, and then Strauss for the Cavalry is over 1,000 yards as well. Um, and then if you look at touchdowns, Rich O'Brien leads the league as well. Which, for the revenge, he's a former medal player, and he is such a big back. It's so hard to tackle him sometimes, because even though he's 5'11 and only like 230, he just is hard to tackle, man. It's quite impressive. Yeah, so I just love how this, not just this team, but this league is rapidly changing. And the teams are just becoming more different. And I also wanted to let you guys know, I think with this video, two of these videos will be posted by them, but there will be a NCAA fictional not franchise, but dynasty that will take place in NCAA 14. And every season, after every year, it's going to be more of a highlight-driven thing, where most games, especially for the first couple of years, are just going to be mostly highlights and simming. And it's just going to be, I'll sim and play offense, sometimes I'll play defense, and it's just a lot of fun to play. But a lot of people in that will be coming to this, actually. And if you look at defense, Rashad Evans has 8 sacks, and Stank has leading the league in sacks with 10, I believe. But yeah, this is, I'm excited to do this with my channel. A lot of my other content I'm just putting aside. A lot of stuff is still active, but like, I'm just not gonna post with those other series that I have. I'm focusing really hard on fictional franchise and my dynasty, and then if I have time, Legend League at some point, and definitely Madden 25 is gonna be a big part of the channel. The reason why I play this game is because I really don't like the new EA games, and 25 is hella fun to play, and I found a really fun way to play it, and I can't wait for the Madden 20 roster to come out for it, because then I'm gonna be giving you guys that. So here soon the video is gonna be over. But I just wanted to say, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for leaving your likes, subscribe. Please comment player names or suggestions or whatever. This season is halfway over, and hopefully the season just continues to be really fun. Because so far, the series is fun to play. The series is fun to do, and I have a lot done. I have most of season. I have season 6 off season done. I have season 7. Most of season 7 played, and I have the season 7 off season close to being done. So other than that, I'll see you guys next time. I don't really have much else to say. See you guys. Peace.